Residents of Mbekweni near Paarl are trying to rebuild their homes after Saturday's fire that destroyed nearly 40 informal structures in the Western Cape township. The blazes also left more than 70 people homeless. Aid organizations are also giving a helping hand. Ziniko Mhlaba is tracking that story. Ziniko, what awful timing for this fire to break out. But this is how it goes over this period. The winter season and then over the festive season as well, we do see this increase in fires, particularly in informal settlements.
It's a very horrible timing indeed, Michelle, as you've rightfully put it. Actually, yesterday we did speak to some of the victims of this particular fire, and they were explaining that some of the Christmas clothes they had purchased, for their children, has been lost through this particular fire. Others were saying that even their very important qualifications, especially those that are in the security cluster, they've lost their certificates, so they'll have to go and re-register again, because that is another process that is going to take its own time. But also worried about their identity documents. The school reports of their children were all affected, were all lost in this particular fire. So what we've seen so far is that the fire department, emergency department, is still trying to clear, these particular areas so that the relevant departments, especially those that are dealing with social issues, can then be able to start, with their operations of trying to give these fire victims, some of the starter packs that they can use to really rebuild their home. So this is the only space that's currently available, but due to the nature of the soil of this particular place, it's going to take some time for the fire department to clear it. So to get a sense of what has happened to the fire victims overnight, we were here yesterday, but some of those fire victims did not have places to sleep in. So let's get a sense now in terms of what intervention has the municipality offered or brought forward for these particular victims. I'm joined up by Mr. Evron, who's the MMMC responsible for community development in Drakenstein municipality. So thank you very much for your time. Talk to us about how you've intervened and what's the status now of those that have been affected by this fire.
Good morning, Zini. Good morning, everybody. My name is Evron Apollos, and I'm the mayoral committee member for public safety and community development in Drakenstein. First of all, it's 3 days before Christmas, and it's a sad day for all of us. 40 structures have been affected by this raging fire in the Tabani informal settlement in Hall 12, Mbekweni. As we stand here today, numerous operations were done. What's currently happening is that our solid waste department is busy cleaning up the area, and this is not a quick fix. Like you said previously, is that the affected families were accommodated in the Mbekweni Community Hall last night. And as we stand here today, it's a multi-sectoral engagement or approach by different departments of Drakenstein. It's almost like a rhythm that we follow. So what's happened here today is that we have the electrical department here, we have the solid waste department, we have the parks department, we have the disaster management department, even our law enforcement officers, and our fire chief, Mr. Wynand Els, is also on site, and he's going to brief you later onto the in-depth operations that were done. Yeah. Secondly, we also want to thank, in their absence, we want to thank Gift of the Givers. They have provided hot meals to our affected families, and also NGOs that came on board. And I just want to touch on something that you mentioned earlier, which
just 2 minutes.
Which is very close to my heart, is that we've engaged our Department of Disaster Management, have engaged with our people that lost their documents, like in terms of their IDs. Yeah. So later on, the Home Affairs Department will come to the fire services, the fire department, and then we will take it from there and help the victims.
Okay. Mr. Evron, thank you very much, sir, for your time.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. That's Mr. Evron there, MMMC responsible for community safety and community development, just giving us some insights in terms of the response of the municipality, but also how the other sectors, such as the aid organizations, have come on board to assist the victims. So that's the latest from us here in Mbekweni in the Western Cape.